Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out: the Salem United Methodist Church, Dent County Health Center, and the local on 4th Street, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at that noon hour weather forecast. Today, showers and possibly a thunderstorm. In fact, the chance of precipitation is 100%. Now, new rainfall amounts between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch are possible. They've toned that down a bit from yesterday because yesterday's forecast indicated 3/4 to an inch. A high temperature day should be near 55 degrees. In fact, we may already have achieved that. Winds will be out of the southeast at 16 to 20 miles per hour with gusts as high as 40 miles per hour. Tonight we'll have rain showers before 3 a.m., then rain, possibly mixed with snow showers. Chance of precipitation for tonight is 80% with little or no snow accumulation expected. Low temperature be around 29 with southerly winds 11 to 20 miles per hour becoming westerly after midnight tonight. Winds could gust as high as 46 miles per hour, and our wind chill value tonight will be as low as 21 degrees. Tomorrow we have a chance of rain and snow showers before 11 a.m., then a chance of snow showers between 11 and 5. Chance of precipitation tomorrow is 50% with cloudy skies and a high temperature near 37 degrees. Tomorrow will be breezy with a northwesterly wind 21 to 25 miles per hour with gusts as high as 48 miles per hour, and our wind chill value tomorrow will be as low as 16 degrees. Tomorrow night, we'll have cloudy skies during the early evening, but gradually skies will clear, and we'll have low temperature around 22 degrees. We'll be blustery tomorrow night with a northwesterly wind 16 to 21 miles per hour, decreasing to 8 to 13 miles per hour after midnight. Winds could gust as high as 38 miles per hour, and our wind chill value Wednesday night could be as low as 13 degrees. Thursday will be mostly sunny with a high temperature near 48 degrees. Winds be out of the northwest at 5 to 8 miles per hour, becoming light and variable during Thursday morning. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles per hour. We expect mostly cloudy skies Thursday night, low temperature around 34 degrees. Then Friday should be mostly sunny with a high near 62. Friday night will be partly cloudy, low around 30 degrees. Then we're going to start our weekend out on Saturday with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near 48 degrees. Sunday night should be partly cloudy, low around 28. Then Sunday will be sunny with a high temperature around 52 degrees. Sunday night, skies will be mostly clear, with a low temperature around 32 degrees, and Monday will be sunny with a high temperature near 66 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it is now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Several times over the past few weeks, I've been approached by a friendly stranger in the parking lot of a grocery store, restaurant, or strip mall, wanting to know if I would comment on an issue and sign my name in support or opposition. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Polls and research on consumer preferences are conducted every day. Many and much of the research on consumer preferences does not accurately reflect consumer behavior. Although a shopper might prefer locally sourced meat, milk, and eggs, the cost of those items will, in most cases, be the determining factor. How many small towns and rural communities have seen their local drug, hardware, furniture, shoe, and clothing stores that had been in business since your great-grandparents were knee-high to a grasshopper shuttered in the past few decades? People preferred to buy locally and have easy access to all those stores and services, but big box stores, often in a bigger town a county over, won the business with their lower prices. Once those storefronts were shuttered, there was little hope they would return. I'm happy to see that there has been some resurgence in local businesses opening in small rural communities where there's support for a younger generation that has moved back to raise their children and be productive members of society. We hear a lot about sustainability, and you talk to a dozen people, you get a dozen different definitions. As it pertains to local community, I believe a sustainable one meets the needs of all members and provides a place for next generations to live and grow and thrive. I believe a community will thrive if it celebrates its history, traditions, and heritage while embracing progress. Sometimes you just have to slay a sacred cow or two for the greater good. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
Protect your livestock from black vultures. Get your depredation permit from Missouri Farm Bureau. Davin Altoff tells us how.
So if a producer sees a black vulture on their farm, I would highly encourage them to reach out to us at Missouri Farm Bureau. There's two ways that a producer can reach us. We have an email address, blackvultures@mofb.org, blackvultures@mofb.org, or they can reach us at 573-893-1417. 573-893-1417. I process the application and try to get them an approval letter as quickly as I can. And once they receive the approval letter, that is their permit in hand for them to be able to activate. That means they have the ability to take up to 10 black vultures.
The permit process is free, quick, and easy. Find out more at agriculture.mo.gov. agriculture.mo.gov.
The Tigers
Catch and shoot deep three. Good. Splashed it home from deep.
play
Puts up a floater. Good. He got fouled. A career high 27.
here.
Jammed down for his first Missouri field goal.
This is your radio home for Mizzou basketball.
I need all of you to join hands and help build something special.
Catch every game all season long right here.
Ball fake. Now deep three. Left wing good.
The Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Hi, this is St. Louis Blues broadcaster Chris Kerber, and I want you to follow all the exciting action of the St. Louis Blues right here this season on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. They've been one of the longest-running St. Louis Blues affiliates, and if you can't make it to the game, the next best thing is listening right here. It's KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri, your radio home for the St. Louis Blues hockey.
Direct cattle markets were quiet Monday and cash hogs were steady to lower. I'm John Perkins with a Brownfield market update. Direct cattle markets were quiet yesterday with the big feature, the distribution of the show list, which does look mixed, larger in Kansas but smaller in Texas, Nebraska, and Colorado. Last week's trade was light on Thursday and Friday, mostly at $197 live and $313 dressed, both $2 lower than the previous week's weighted averages. At mid-session for the Oklahoma National Stockyards, compared to the previous week, feeder steers and heifers were steady to mostly 3 lower. Stocker steers and steer calves are 10 to 15 higher, while stocker heifers and heifer calves are mostly steady. USDA says demand for feeder cattle was moderate to good, very good for stockers and calves, especially steers, with receipts up on the week and the year. Medium and large number 1 feeder steers weighing 500 to 600 pounds are reported at $324.50 to $380. 800 to 850 pound steers sold at $254 to $267. Medium and large number 1 feeder heifers weighing 600 to 700 pounds range from $261.25 to $308. 7 to 8 weight heifers in Oklahoma City on Monday brought $244.25 to $263. Box beef closed lower with light movement. Choice is up $2.10 at $313.93. Select beef is up 36 cents at $302.41. The estimated cattle slaughter of 102,000 head was up 7,000 on the week, but down nearly 16,000 on the year. Cash hogs were steady to lower with very light closing negotiated numbers at the major direct markets, under 1,000 head. Like a lot of recent Mondays, buyers eased into the week, getting a look at the available ready numbers and demand. New tariffs on key U.S. trading partners are set to go into effect today and are expected to have at least some impact on export demand. On the domestic side of things, the wholesale market's been very volatile over the past few days, with extremely wide swings for most of the individual cuts, especially the belly primal. National direct barrows and gilts closed $1.61 lower at the base price range of 84 to 93 for a weighted average of 88.41. Butcher hogs in Dorchester, Wisconsin and Garnaville, Iowa were steady at 62. Illinois direct sows were steady at 63 to 75. Barrows and gilts in Illinois also steady at 51 to 61. Pork closed $1.37 higher at $99.79, including a $5.55 gain in the bellies, with loins, butts, picnics, and hams also higher, while ribs were lower. The estimated slaughter of 490,000 head was unchanged on the week and up about 5,000 on the year. John Perkins, Brownfield.
Farming's hard. To feed the world, farmers have to work the land, brave the elements, and fight the battle against weeds. Weeds reduce crop yields, so prices go up and everybody gets less to eat. But 50 years ago, farmers got a new tool to fight weeds, glyphosate. It kills weeds while protecting the harvest. Time and again, it has been approved by the EPA and by leading regulatory bodies around the world. It helps enable practices that reduce erosion and keep soil healthy, which is good for the earth. Farming's hard, but it's a little easier with glyphosate. Learn more at go.bayer.com/glyphosate. Paid for by Bayer.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brownfield anchor reporter Mark Dorenkamp. Growing up in a rural community in North Iowa, I watched as my family and others struggled farming in the 1980s, with my dad eventually leaving the farm to work at a local grain elevator. At that time, I wanted to get away from farming. But going on 20 years as a farm broadcaster, I've discovered a passion for telling stories about people like my dad. Thanks for letting me tell your story, too.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time to take a look at updated funeral announcements, and it's being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Norma Jane Wells, age 93 of Salem, passed away Saturday, March 1st. A private family graveside service will be held at a later date. And all arrangements for Norma Jane Wells of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Vardell Raid Wisdom, age 90 of Boss, passed away Saturday, March 1st. Funeral services for Vardell Wisdom will be at noon Thursday, March 6th at the Macedonia United Baptist Church in Boss. Visitation for family and friends of Vardell Wisdom will be held also on Thursday from 11 in the morning till service time at noon. Burial will be in the Boss Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to the Boss Cemetery Fund. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Vardell Raid Wisdom of Boss are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Francis Fran Marlene Barnhill of Steelville passed away Saturday, March 1st. Funeral services for Fran Barnhill will be Thursday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville, with visitation for family and friends of Fran Barnhill also on Thursday from 10 in the morning until service time at 1 o'clock. And all arrangements for Francis Fran Marlene Barnhill of Steelville are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. Betty Lou Summers Gray, age 94 of Salem, passed away Saturday, March 1st. Funeral services for Betty Gray will be at 11 o'clock Friday morning at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Betty Gray will also be on Thursday from 5 in the evening until 8 o'clock Thursday evening. Burial will be in the Dry Fork Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to the Dry Fork Cemetery Fund. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Betty Lou Summers Gray of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. At the Dent County Commission meeting Monday morning, Beverly Irons with the 42nd Judicial Circuit Court was in attendance to see what progress the Commission had made on the conditions of the formal demand written by Judge Megan C. to make the old courthouse ADA compliant. In the letter, C. gave the Commission 90 days to begin the installation of a chairlift to the courthouse on the second floor, but the Commissioner stated that they have not yet been able to find a chairlift that is ADA compliant and that will fit in the stairwell. They are still pursuing this, but have come up empty so far. Commissioners have been in touch with elevator companies about installing an elevator, but there will have to be engineers to assess where the elevator could be placed on the exterior of the building that would also provide access to the floors. The logical place would be where the treasurer's office is now, but that would eliminate an office in the building, and at this time there is no other space available. Even with the addition of the elevator, there's still the question of an ADA accessible bathroom, which the courthouse would need, that would also take space away from an office holder. The Commission has continued to look into the options for the elevator locations and the creation of a bathroom in the old courthouse. There was also some discussion of a new courthouse being built to fit the needs of the county, but the Commission feels that estimated cost of somewhere between $4 and $8 million would be prohibitive, but that option has not been taken off the table. The Commission will continue to explore all possibilities at this time. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Keith Green said materials would be added and grading would be done on Dent County Roads 5070, 6250, and 6660, while brush would be cut on County Road 5400. District 2 Commissioner Jimmy Williams said workers would be installing a driveway pipe on Dent County Road 4310, and materials will be added to the road. Plus rock will be added also to County Road 2330. Williams said brush should be cut on County Roads 4300 and 4310, while other workers will be working on the brakes on 2 of the graders. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson said all 3 commissioners attended their annual training last week, where they received updates on CERF, held a discussion on the issues pertaining to third-class counties, heard a report from Attorney Travis Elliott on Senate Bill 190, which is the homestead credit for seniors, and also heard from Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey. Larson said he was able to talk with Senator Justin Brown on Senate Bills 57 and 239, and also speak to a number of representatives, including John Hukin and Don Mayhew. He said the Tax Commission sent a memorandum of understanding to a number of counties to make sure their county assessments are at the required 90% of the assessed valuation. But Dent County is already there, so they did not get the MOU. Dent County Clerk Angie Curley said the excused absentee voting for the municipal election is now available at the courthouse. She also said the last day to register to vote would be March 12th. Dent County Collector Shannon Van Kirk brought in the property abatements for the year 2019, and they totaled $8,317.06. The bids were open for culverts for the county for the year, and 2 bids were received: Roberts Judson in Salem and V. Brock Sales from Sedalia. V. Brock won the bid with a total cost of $69,900 for 91 culverts of varying sizes. Bids were then opened for grader blades, and 2 bids were received: V. Brock Sales and Wolf Equipment of Salem. Wolf won that bid for 30 blades with a 5/8-inch bolt hole opening for $142.50 each, and 15 blades with a 3/4-inch bolt opening for $142.50 each, which came to $6,412.50. The county placed an order for half the blades immediately to beat any tariff that may be imposed soon. The next meeting of the Denton County Commission will be Thursday morning at 9 o'clock at the courthouse, and that meeting will be open to the public. The Denton County Health Center, also referred to as DCHC, Board of Trustees met last Thursday evening, February 25th at 5 o'clock. Administrator Zach Moser presented the Service and Statistics Report. In the Communicable Disease Report, he stated there were 5 cases of COVID-19, 44 active lead cases, 83 influenza A cases, which is the highest number since December of 2022. 3 animal bite reports, and there were 12 screenings for sexually transmitted infections, resulting in 55 total tests. The environmental report by Assistant Administrator Roma Jones showed there were 7 total inspections conducted, no recalls, no sewer complaints, and 17 environmental questions were fielded. The maternal child health, also referred to as MCH statistics, showed there was 1 car seat distributed, no CPR classes, no consultations for child care health, no Show Me Healthy Women appointments, 20 Title X appointments, 4 presumptive eligibilities, which is temporary Medicaid, and 345 WIC appointments. The community-specific service summary showed 446 total appointments other than WIC, 251 total provider appointments, 115 treatment court visits, 183 lab appointments, and 46 immunization appointments. Nurse practitioner service details showed no Show Me Healthy Women appointments, 8 family plannings, 2 well child visits, 11 online appointments, 4 other well women exams, 2 other physicals, no KSMO physicals, 22 other visits, and 69 acute illness appointments. Physician service details showed no rail visits, 5 online appointments, 5 other physicals, no KSMO physicals, 41 other visits, and 82 acute illness visits. Laboratory details showed 158 individual patients, 22 appointments for rapid tests for COVID, flu, RSV, or strep, 5 pregnancy tests, and 9 lead tests reported. Immunizations for November totaled 16 for COVID-19, 23 for influenza, and 37 other vaccines given, for a total of 76 total doses given. In the administrator's report, Moser reported that the health center would conduct a health fair May 2nd, plus he discussed the impact of the winter weather that hit February 18th. Moser went on to report that the community health assessment is underway, and there will be a meeting with community leaders March 12th, which will be followed by a survey and data collection, then a priority setting meeting. He reported on the approval of a grant from the Denton County Opioid Settlement Fund to support a transportation program. DCHC will use their existing van to give riders around town primarily for non-medical reasons. A proposed fee schedule was discussed, and the board approved the addition of the driver position. Moser discussed the NACHO grant that the DCHC was awarded to facilitate a wastewater monitoring program in Denton County. Financial reports were reviewed and approved. In new business, Moser reported that Brooke Bowman, SMDH CEO, had approached him about sharing providers. DCHC would lease providers to SMDH to see patients in the SMDH clinic for a few hours a day to assist with walk-ins. The board moved to authorize Moser to negotiate and finalize an agreement with SMDH regarding provider leasing. A roll call vote was taken with board member Lori Haston abstaining and the rest of the board voting in favor of the motion. No closed session was held, and the next regular meeting of the board of the Denton County Health Center was set for Thursday, March 20th at 2025 at 5 o'clock in the evening. The Denton County Sheriff's Office has submitted the following reports for the last week of February. On Sunday, February 23rd, deputies conducted a traffic stop at Highway 68 and Highway U. During the course of the stop, 3 suspects were taken into custody for possession of a controlled substance. All suspects were transported to the Denton County Jail pending issuance of formal charges. Then on Monday the 24th, deputies arrested a 56-year-old Salem man on an active parole and probation warrant. The suspect was transported to the Denton County Jail where he was incarcerated on the warrant. On the 25th, deputies responded to the 3500 block of Highway 00 for reported harassment. During the course of the investigation, the complainant was found to have an active arrest warrant. A 33-year-old Rolla man was arrested and transported to the Denton County Jail. Also that day, deputies conducted a traffic stop at South Highway 19 and County Road 5083. During the course of this stop, a 40-year-old Salem man was taken into custody for possession of a controlled substance. The suspect was transported to the Denton County Jail and placed on a 24-hour hold. On Wednesday the 26th, deputies conducted a traffic stop in the 900 block of County Road 5070. During the course of the stop, the suspect was found to be in violation of a protection order and possession of a controlled substance. A 38-year-old Salem man was transported to the Denton County Jail and placed on a 24-hour hold. The next day, Thursday, February 27th, deputies responded to the 400 block of County Road 5150 for reported stolen UTV. Finally, on the 28th, deputies located the stolen side-by-side, and after a vehicle pursuit, a 34-year-old Salem woman and a 38-year-old Salem man were taken into custody. They were transported to Denton County Jail and placed on 24-hour holds. Please contact the Denton County Sheriff's Office at 573-729-3241 if you have any information relative to any ongoing investigation. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Denton County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Power Tour Tool Days is going on right now. K&H Auto Supply in Salem. We get a 2-pack go-through screwdriver set for $7.99, an 11-piece wrench set for $29.99, and a 3-in-1 ratchet for $28.99. Stop by K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store during Power Tour Tool Days.
Parts City, yeah, Parts City, Parts City.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms: irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
To learn more about the future of today's youth, we invite you to join us on March the 6th from 8:15 to 2:45 for the 33rd Annual FFA Day on KSMO Radio. Throughout the day, former FFA advisor Bob Parsons will be discussing FFA with the students about FFA, what it means, projects they're involved in, and the different events they are attending. So make sure to join us on March 6th for the 33rd Annual FFA Day on KSMO AM 1340 and 95.7 FM, audio online on KSMORadio.com, and watch it live on the Facebook KSMO stream page and on the KSMO YouTube page, which you can access through the KSMO homepage. FFA Day, March 6th on KSMO.
When it comes to great deals on tax prep, Jackson Hewitt isn't holding back, and neither is this commercial. Their offer is so big, it has to be said with Reverb. Expert tax prep for $149 or less. It's a deal so spectacular, it needs a symphony, some explosions, and a clock ticking, because this offer, $149 or less, ends soon. One expert tax prep for $149 or less. Try Jackson Hewitt today and save. Whew. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
I have a bigger imagination than I thought, thanks to McDonald's. Like when someone says filet of fish, they might just think fish sandwich. But I imagine wild-caught Alaskan pollock on melty cheese. 10-piece chicken McNuggets, I picture bite-sized bliss. But a Big Mac, I think of more than a burger. It's perfection. I can grab any two with the buy one, add one for $1 deal. Quit imagining and go taste the real deal at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
It's the 50th anniversary of MissouriNet. Hall of Fame sports broadcaster John Rooney worked for the network in the early years.
Congratulations to Learfield, MissouriNet. 50 years. I don't know where the time went, but it's unbelievable where Missouri Net evolved into the Tiger Network and then on to Learfield Sports, and how big that has become over the years, out of the little area of Jefferson City, Missouri. To say I was a part of that, I'm quite proud.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem basketball Tigers hit 5 first-half three-pointers, including 3 from Caden Moody, as they built a 15-point halftime lead and cruised to a 62-41 win over St. Clair Monday night at Owensville. Salem was led by Gavin Sapol and Braden Gaps, who each netted 16 points. Moody finished with 13 points as Salem out-rebounded St. Clair 26-11 in the game. But Salem struggled from the free throw line in the fourth quarter, only hitting 6 of 16 shots, finishing 12 of 24 on the night. The Tigers advanced to the district semifinal Wednesday night at 5:30 against Cuba at Owensville. Salem goes into the game Wednesday with a 13-14 record, but have won 3 of their last 4 and 6 of their last 9. Cuba enters the game with a 13-11 record, but they have lost 5 of their last 6 games. Admission Wednesday at Owensville is $6 per person for anyone 6 years of age and up. The Salem Lady Basketball Tigers will face the Cuba Lady Wildcats Viburnum Lady Jays combo in the first round of the district play tonight at Cuba at 7 o'clock. Salem enters the game with a 4-21 record and have lost their last 14 games. Cuba Viburnum comes into the game with a 14-11 overall record, but they are 2-5 in their 7 games. The Wildcats Jays beat Salem back on February 10th, 70-27. Admission to the game is $6 per person for anyone 6 years of age and older. The game will be broadcast on KSMO Radio, AM 1340 and FM 95.7, and audio streamed on KSMORadio.com. And that's been a look at local and regional sports, brought to you as courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. The Royals beat the Rangers 6-3. Daniel Lynch, fighting for a spot on this roster as a starter, went 3 quick innings. He gave up 1 hit, no walks, and struck out 2.
Good. I mean, I was pretty efficient, so it wasn't, I think I threw more pitches in 2 innings in my last outing. So those are the ones that are actually more tiring than getting up and down if you're throwing strikes and being efficient, so I felt good.
Nick Prado hit his first homer of the spring. The Royals will hold a ceremony on May 31st and have Mike Boustakis sign a 1-day contract and retire as a Royal.
I always thought I would end my career as a Royal. This city, this organization means so much to me and my family. The main thing is it's an honor to be able to be welcomed back here.
Moose played 13 seasons in the majors, his first 8 with Kansas City, bringing us a World Series title. The Royals are off today. The Cardinals will play a split squad at the Nationals and hosting the Mets. New hitting coach Brant Brown excited to be working with a young core of hitters in St. Louis.
I love working with youth and strength and speed. And then, obviously we're going to discuss the experience and talk about situations and coach that up to them. But it's a really good opportunity for myself, Cardinals fans, this organization, to have this group with us and try to increase their value.
Mizzou basketball dropped 1 spot in the AP poll to 15th, 3 spots in the coaches poll to 19th. Since that 110-98 win over then number 4 Alabama, Mizzou is 1-2, losing 2 road games. The Tigers play at Oklahoma tomorrow and then finish at home against Kentucky on Saturday. Tomorrow, the Mizzou women seeded 15th take on 10th seeded Mississippi State in the SEC tournament. And a shout out to Avery Bourne, the youngest female to bowl a 300 game in Missouri history. The 12-year-old from Heritage Middle School, part of the Liberty School District, rolled 12 strikes in a row in a tournament in late February. She has goals of becoming a pro one day. I'd say she's well on her way. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
The Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services needs your help building a safer environment for older adults and adults with disabilities. Some forms of abuse, such as financial exploitation, neglect, and bullying, are often overlooked. If you believe someone is experiencing abuse, call Missouri's Adult Abuse and Neglect Hotline at 800-392-0210 or report online at health.mo.gov/abuse. Together we can stop adult abuse. It's a crime.
Have you been to agriamerica.com?
What are you waiting for? One site, one app, one stop for 24-hour ag news and podcasts. Ag news from the best reporters and podcasters, plus a steady stream of country hits for free. Agra America, the place for timely, accurate, and dependable ag news. From the cab to the truck, to the barn to the kitchen. Agra America is ready to arm you with the knowledge you need as a farmer or rancher. Grab your smartphone and get it today. Agra America.
Here at KSMO Radio, it is now time for news from the Missouri Net. Then stay right here on your hometown radio station. I'll be back after the top of the 1 o'clock hour with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem.
With news on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. A West Central Missouri judge and former state lawmaker has been disciplined by the Missouri Supreme Court. Carroll County Judge Joe Don McGall was suspended for violating several rules of judicial conduct beginning in 2018. It included failing to dispose of cases in a timely manner. A new University of Missouri study says rural moms are more likely to stop breastfeeding within the first few days or weeks compared to their urban and suburban counterparts. Elisa Nelson reports.
In interviewing new moms in rural Missouri, Carrie Weston, lead author and postdoctoral fellow at the university's School of Nursing, says they lack access to support systems and information. She found that many moms are unsure if their babies are getting enough milk and have questions about pumping and latching techniques. Based on her findings, she says formula feeding is often considered the norm in rural communities.
And President Trump is set to address a joint session of Congress tonight at 8 p.m. This is Missouri Net.